We've told you about what's called gas station heroin, a substance being sold in vape shops here in North Carolina. It's about to be banned in just a few months. Well, just inches away on many of those shelves is another substance. It's called Kratom. It remains unregulated and has been linked to hundreds of overdoses in North Carolina. WRAL's health reporter Grace Haba digs into the unknown dangers of Kratom that are still being studied.
You may hear both of these products talked about similarly, but unlike tianeptine, known as gas station heroin, this product, Kratom, comes from a natural plant similar to a coffee tree, or at least that's how it started. Kratom leaves have been used for pain management and ground into teas in Southeast Asia for 200 years. But the plant isn't native to the U.S. and is unregulated by the FDA. That's where researchers say the danger could lie.
We primarily really just saw dried kratom leaf material. What we see now on the market are products that are extracts, that are concentrates.
Oliver Grundman is among a team of researchers at the University of Florida, given federal funding to study kratom.
Maybe a couple of leaves or a couple of grams of it. That's when you get a little bit more of a stimulant effect. Some compare it to coffee, whereas when you take substantially higher amounts, so we're talking 8 grams, 10 grams, that's when you usually get more of a sedative effect.
One product we found in Wake County was labeled as 30 grams, and this package of 35 capsules didn't say how much was in it at all. We reached out to the state health department to ask if Kratom has been tied to any deaths. The state says the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner doesn't specifically test for Kratom as a whole, but does test for the plant's main psychoactive compounds. Those showed up in 357 overdose deaths in the past 9 years across the state. 10 so far this year and 89 last year. Buncombe and Wake counties reporting the most instances overall. But state officials tell us other drugs may have been the main factor in the reported deaths.
There's unfortunately adulterated products in the marketplace.
Ryan Burrows with the American Kratom Association advocates for regulation and laws requiring clear product packaging. He says Kratom is sometimes taken by people in recovery to help with withdrawal symptoms and says that could be why it shows up in so many overdose autopsies.
As consumers are coming off of their addiction, they've turned to Kratom. Was there a point where maybe there was some type of relapse in that addiction? Okay, and again, we don't know. It's really sad for these families too, and so it's a really delicate balance.
Grace Haba, WRAL News.
6 states have issued total bans on Kratom sales. Right now in North Carolina, sales are restricted to those 18 and older.